Are you moving soon? And do you plan on doing your own packing? Today we're going to go over some simple packing tips to help that process be a little bit easier for you. Hi, I'm Ralph Bailey from Klatt Moving and Storage. I've been in the moving industry for 40 years. Well, 40 plus, a little longer than I probably want to say. But in any case, I'm going to help you with some simple packing tips so that your things go in the boxes correctly and that they transport safely, both when the guys are handling them and we're in the truck going across town. What I've done here to make things a little bit easy is I put together a dish pack. Now, if you turn that dish pack upside down and put a couple of 1.5s, in essence, what you've done is you've created a table for all your packing paper that you can take anywhere in the house with you so that you don't have to try to keep figuring out, what am I going to do with this paper? A dish pack is triple corrugated cardboard. They're 6.0 cubic feet. They actually are specially designed to handle as much weight as you want to put in them, but you definitely got to keep in mind, you want to start out heavy, then go to a more medium weight, and then you put your coffee cups and stuff like that on top. What I encourage people to do to help ease this is you have to pack your linens, your towels, all your sheets, a lot of times you can eliminate using paper by putting some of those in the bottom of the box because they have to go into a box and be transported anyway. But if you choose to do it this way, I'm going to start out by showing you how to cushion this dish pack so that it transports safely. If you crunch up some paper, put it in the bottom of the box, and basically what you're doing is you're creating something to absorb the weight. And then again, remember that I already mentioned, you want to start out with heavier dishes on the bottom. You want to build up to a more medium weight. And just because these are dish packs, it certainly doesn't mean that you have to put dishes in them. You can mix it up a little bit. But what I start off by doing is taking the plates and, a couple sheets of paper down. And then of course you're going to use that diaper wrap technique here. If you go that way, you just saved about 6 sheets of paper by trying to do each one separately. And then if you take this, wrap it over, and always remember to try to put the bottom of the plate against the edge of the box. They're standing on their ends so that in essence what you're doing is creating a very strong structure of plates. As you can imagine, I've seen this happen, I can't tell you how many times since I've been in this industry. People that pack themselves, they take the plate, they put it in the box like so. After you build up so much weight on top of that box, the bottom plate will crack. Once that plate cracks, it creates what we call the domino effect. But as you can imagine, if you look at these, there's no way you could break that wall. You can push down as hard as you want. Okay? So I'll finish this part off here, and then I'm going to go on to show you a couple of more things that you can do. And then if you just diaper wrap, continue to use that same formula. It goes really fast. Always stage an area like I've done here so that you're not going back and forth to cupboards and trying to pull things out that are going to match for your box. Okay, now these bowls are going to be basically the same concept. And I always turn it upside down because it fully protects every plate, every bowl. And then inside of the box like so. And I'll try to get you a little idea of what a bottom tier should look like. There we go. And you can kind of use your eye to see as you're going along to tell, how many you're going to need in that spot that you're going to be putting plates into next. 3 should be the perfect number for this. It is. Then of course you want to continue to follow that same pattern. Your other plates can go parallel to those, so they don't have to be exactly the same. And then you want to crunch up some paper, or again, get some linens, towels, washcloth, stuff like that, to build up on top of your next tier, so that you can make sure that every single part of this is protected. And as you can see, there's tons of cushion on top of here. That's going to protect the things that are on the bottom. And now, when you're packing bowls, glass bowls like these that are a lot deeper than the ones that I packed, you want to take a piece of paper. Okay? You're going to crush this up, and you're going to put it in here. Okay? Wrap this just like so, and then of course it's enabled you to take the next size. There's a cushion all the way through that. So therefore you're saving paper and not waste, a bunch of material. And always remember, you want to use unprinted newspaper when you're packing your dishes, because if you use newspaper, and even, if you're moving across town, you'll notice as you begin to wrap things, you got words on your bowl or on your plates. The bowl, you definitely want to put something in there because it stops that hollow sound if you notice, and it's going to keep this more structural so that you don't have to worry about it breaking. And then into the box, as I mentioned before, and one of the important things that you're always going to have to remember, and we talked about this a little bit, is use that general rule of thumb, that concept that everything should stand on edge. And that's going to help to eliminate a lot of breakage. Okay, I'm going to put a couple more things in here. And then I'm going to put some more paper so that you can see what that looks like. Okay. This is going to be a big one. That's the way I wanted it. Last one you showed where I had put the paper in. This will give you a better idea what it should look like after you've put your first tier. Okay? Then you want to continue to go with medium weight stuff. I would recommend glass bowls, things like that. Of course, still be packing them up this way, or you can pack, either way on the bowls is safe. And also you can take your platters. Well, this says pig out. That's me. Okay, then you'll take this one here. Of course, you already have the cushion on top. And again, that should always be on its edge. Just like so. Once your box gets up to, I'd say you got 2 rows left. You've already put a heavy row in there. You put a medium weight row in there. Now it's time to go with a couple of rows of coffee cups. And those are pretty simple. Same concept, diaper wrap. And straight there. I'll go ahead and do a few of these so that we can see what it should look like. There's so many different ways of packing. I mean, I could give you packing tips for international, for interstate moving. Basically what we're doing right now would be good for any of them. Okay, now if we want to take a look there, you'll see what that should look like. And then of course I would finish it all the way up and then continue to go with light items. And as I said in the beginning, don't be reluctant to put in some Glad wrap, saran wrap, some foil when you get to the top of the box, because the important thing is that this box is tight. When you get all the way up, you want to be able to put some paper on top and feel that it is tight and it's not going to crush with another box on top of it. In essence, let's say this box has already got the couple of rows of cups in there. To save time, we'll just talk about how you seal that box up. When you get up to the top of the box, you're getting very close. You want to leave a little bit of room. Then, of course, you want to take some paper. You want to crush it up so that it's tight on the top from where your dishes are to where this cushion's going to be. That'll protect what's below it and enable the driver to stack things on top so that they transport safely. And you seal the box up, of course. Another important part, and I found this to be the case on any move, is the labeling process. And I can, you know what, should I get a marker? You're going to
I have a marker.
Okay. Okay, and when I take boxes up, a lot of people don't do this, but I have been doing it for 40 years and it seems to work best. It's a requirement when you're moving internationally, but I always tape the edges up. That's going to help to structure the box, keep the tape on top, and make sure that when you're buying tape, if you're going to use tape, talk to the moving consultant. They have all the materials that you need, and this is a special binding tape so that when it comes to the cardboard, it's not going to float up and it's not going to get sloppy. It's going to strictly adhere to the box. Most people use a tape gun. Normally I don't, but I'm going to do this just for the video. But yeah, the tape is very important. The paper, this paper right here, most people will tell you can get it at U-Haul. You get a $10 box and it's only 7 pounds. We get you a 25-pound roll for $25. So $1 a pound. And this one would pack almost this entire kitchen, and she has a big kitchen. So it would definitely pack that. The marking process, I should have brought in my black marker, but it really doesn't matter as long as you're doing it clearly. They have a spot on every box that's made for moving companies to put the customer's name. You put the order number, which on a local move is kind of redundant. You don't need it. But what I do is I will put the name on the top here so that the guys can easily identify it. And this is the way it's been done decade after decade after decade. There's not too many people that use this. And then what's going to differentiate the difference between you packing it and me packing it is these simple letters right there. That's carrier packed. That means that it's fully insured up to whatever the amount the company provides for your insurance. If it's packed by owner, there's a clause in every insurance document for moving companies that we cannot be held accountable or responsible for items not packed by the movers. Okay, of course you want to put on here the most important content in here, which is the plates. Okay, and then below it you're going to write kitchen. On local moves, most times we put KIT. And then what I always like doing, because a lot of the boxes that they're providing don't have it, is I'll put an arrow like this. The guys would never turn a dish pack, but it's good for them to know that this box has to stay straight up the way it was packed. It's not going to make sense to put it on its side. Okay, well, I hope this has made the process a little easier for some people. And like I said, my name is Ralph Bailey. I work with Klatt Moving and Storage in Boulder, Colorado. We are Boulder County's premier quality moving company. We do storage, climate controlled, standard, just about anything you would need. We have all the materials you need, full-time employees, and there are going to be some more packing videos to come because it took me 40 years to accumulate all this information. Virtually impossible to put in a short video. But I hope that I did some things that are going to help you to get things in a box correctly so that they transport safely. Thanks for watching the video and more to come.